I'm sure we'll be hearing from the people in the audience.
I encourage it.
There's still a perception that there are problems associated with the Emporium. Police issues, I'm sure we're all aware of that one event that happened not so long ago, which frankly it's embarrassing to the village to have something like that occur.
It's embarrassing for me as a business owner to have
we have to, the board has to renew a special permit. In a sense, we compliment you on trying to reconfigure the property, but what kind of effect do you think it will have on these problems that have been occurring since as long as...
Just so it's not the 900-pound gorilla in the room that we're not addressing, just with respect to that incident, it did happen after hours. It did happen in the parking lot. The weapon was fired in the air, and it was taken out of a vehicle, so it never entered the room at any point. Again, it was one of somebody affiliated with an act. Okay, so what we're doing to change that, which is what the board and the citizens need to understand, is we want to be able to have the option of limiting certain events that may be more suited for the village, maybe more like 89 North. But you can't do an 89 North event with a room that you need 1,000 people. Now we don't have that, okay? And we're always working to be more cautious about whom we bring in. Now, obviously, things happen, people are people. If other venues were forced to come to this board, which they're not, that may have the same type of live entertainment and dancing that we have, and they were subject to the same scrutiny, you would see police reports and bad things happening day in and day out. It's gonna happen. What we can do is try to mitigate that by increasing security, increasing cameras, changing the plan. Just because of that incident, now we've increased patrols around when the event's over. We get the crowd dispersed. We work with the police department. The individual that did that is in custody and still is in custody because of our security system and our close relationship with the police department, which we've never had an issue with. The police department, if they were here, they would tell you that it's not appropriate for them to testify, but their experience with us is cooperation, and we're pleased with their performance as they are with ours. They do their job great. So that's an embarrassing incident, but we can only work to try to change it and avert that from happening. It could have happened to any place in the village.
So do you think the type of acts will change?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's exactly what we're trying to do. And we didn't do it because of the incident, like Tim said. We were working on these plans for months and months because it's because of the type of individuals that come to the village and the type of events that are here. You need a smaller venue and you need a full-service restaurant, which we tried to do, but we were wrong. You can't have them in the same space. You need to cut the space down. The catering facility, even decreased in size, is sufficient to handle anything that we could possibly imagine. It's big enough. You can put 500 people in there and have a nice charity event or a nice Sweet 16 or bar mitzvah or wedding. You can do it. And we do it. We book them all the time. We're getting more and more popular.
I gave Carol a list of
I was just getting ready to add to that. Since 2015, they had 60 events with a calendar, and it's all been highlighted in red, which, again, I'm not going month by month, but 60 for the year, between Sweet 16s, bar mitzvahs, baby showers, birthdays, communions, and weddings. So that'll also get put into the file.
So, and to further answer your question, we are sensitive to the needs of the village. We're a business. We're there to make money. We're there to serve the needs of the people. You've seen letters and you're gonna hear testimony from charitable organizations that we're close with. I mean, you know, all of us as owners and businessmen we're concerned about veterans charities and the various charitable organizations that come to us. So, you know, we are involved in the community in that respect, and we try to do things in a positive light, and we always do.
It's not something that as an owner you want to deal with or have happen, especially the amount of money that we had in this facility. I was here before a lot of these restaurants and the village became, you know, what it is today. The effects of that incident, it hurts us tremendously when it comes to catering across the board. That publicity is not publicity we want. This wasn't a customer. This was a gentleman in a Grammy award-winning group that travels across the nation. And I have all their locations that they travel. The man had a Ohio gun license, and he felt like he was in need of using that because he decided to have a conversation with somebody outside the nightclub that didn't go his way. It wasn't an altercation. There wasn't a fight. He just pulled out in his car and shot it in the air. This is not something that was something that I could have controlled as an owner. I couldn't have had security control it. This was in the adjacent parking lot, in the middle of a parking lot of a facility that was closed. There was no customers at the time, and the only people in the building that we had left were security. For the record, I'm just going to hand in Golden Thugs and Harmony tour dates that proceeded after us. The show was purchased through AEG Live. They run a lot of prestigious places. They're like the Live Nation. They do Jones Beach, the Paramount. They're very similar. This was a touring national act. This is not something that I've had where I'm wanting customers to come in there and do this in my facility and have happen. It's a very unfortunate incident, and my business has you know, hurt from it.
Question?